So I just like woke up in the middle of the night out of like I felt like I was like jerked out of a dream. I didn't hear anything. I didn't feel anything move, but I was just like, all of a sudden my eyes opened. I was awake. A couple of seconds, I was like, okay, like, why am I awake? And then things start to fall on my face. Hi, Caitlin.
Hi, Cassie.
Hi, creepy people.
Hello.
This is P&W Haunts and Homicides, and if you're new to our creepy corner of the world, we chat about true crime, paranormal, and all things spooky in the Pacific Northwest.
'Tis true. In every episode, we do a tarot reading at the end for some deeper insight into our topic, so make sure you stick around if you're into that.
Do we have any announcements, Caitlin?
We do. At the present time of your listening, I don't know if it's Leo season yet or currently, but it's approaching. And leave it to a Leo to let you know. We actually have an event that we're going to be attending over my birthday weekend.
Oh.
The holiest of holies, of course.
Of course. We're exiting Cancer season. You didn't say anything about that.
Well, it's Cancer season right now. Yes.
Yes.
Listen, I'm just saying that if you want to announce your season, you have to announce it.
It's my season, bitches.
It's my season. It's my season of suddenly. Anyways.
We'll talk about our birthdays in another episode.
Probably like in a couple. We have so many things that are coming up this summer, but this is one of them that actually we can announce because there's a couple of things that are going to be coming up that we're not there yet, but
they're super hush hush, very exclusive.
Yes, that is the nature of them. Yeah, totally. Well, the first event that we have coming up is Ghosts of Summer. And that is coming up at the end of July.
Ghosts, you say?
Ghosts, you say? That's here in Portland, where we be at.
Mm-hmm.
Ghosts of Summer is going to be at the Oregon Convention Center in Portland, like I said, July 29th and the 30th. So that's Saturday and Sunday. So come see us.
We're also going to be in Austin, Texas, August 25th through the 27th. You know, just hanging out, doing this like little thing called the True Crime and Paranormal Podcast Festival.
Holy shit.
Oh my God, so fun.
So much fun.
It's like all of the things that we are.
It really is. Yeah, it really is. I'm super excited. I have never been to Austin, so.
Me neither, I don't think. I've been to Texas, but.
Austin is supposed to be like the Texas version of Portland.
Right.
So we'll see.
We'll see. We'll report back if it's as cool as Portland or not.
It's hard to imagine it could be as cool. It might be like pretty close.
So I was going through emails and trying to sort everything out for this episode, get it all ready for Caitlin because, you know, she doesn't do any of the work for these. And I'm just kidding. We were just talking about earlier, like she thinks that these are my episodes. And I'm like, no, they're both of ours.
Yeah, I mean, could have fooled you though, because you always put them together.
Yeah.
I check the email and I let you know they're there.
It's the least I can do. Caitlin does so much, you guys. I can't even. But anyway, so I kind of wanted to stroke my ego a little bit with this email that I found. And then I was like, Caitlin, have I already talked about this in another episode? We couldn't remember. So I'm going to go ahead and say it again because it's kind of awesome.
I like it. Honestly, when in doubt, just let let these people sing your praises.
I know. Everyone praise me. I'm just going to leave it in the inbox, mark it as unread, and then read it again in a couple of months to you guys.
Solid plan.
Does everyone remember Big Smooth?
I mean, I do.
He was the one who suggested Mel's Hole.
I did not remember that.
Yeah. Well, he emailed us and he said, quote, I really enjoyed all the hole talk on the Mel's Hole episodes. Fucking hilarious. End quote. I love that. I feel like, I don't know, it might just be in my own head, but I feel like everyone hated the hole talk for 3 episodes.
I don't think so. I feel like, much like many of our topics, it's sort of a love or a hate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's either we're your cup of tea or we're just not.
Right. Well, it's my cup of tea, and I was glad someone else was also sharing the tea with me and enjoying the whole talk. So
I'm just here for the tea.
So the first story we have today is from Clint, and Clint says, I've listened to a few of your podcasts and have enjoyed them. Thank you for making me laugh and entertained while at work. Yay!
Yay!
I'm glad you laughed and were entertained.
Yes.
Not just laughed at us.
Yeah, that's not feedback that we've received up to this point.
Never.
Which I'm glad.
In this first email, Clint was so polite. He first asked if we'd be interested in his stories of a vision he'd had at 3 a.m. and a dream, which I was like, long story short, heck yes, we're interested. You say 3 a.m. and like dream, I'm in. Yeah. I think dreams are absolutely fascinating. So for everyone else wondering, yes, we're interested. Email us.
Yes, always yes. The answer as to whether or not you should email a story is always going to be yes.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah. And again, cannot stress this enough. We can change names, or you can before you even send it to us. Mm-hmm. You can remain anonymous. You can try to top Big Smooth for, the most amazing alias.
Exactly.
Good luck with that.
And send your address and we'll send you stickers. Don't forget that part.
Yes. Okay. So as luck would have it, it looks like we have another story from Clint.
Yeah. So we have a couple emailed stories from Clint. His first email was just asking if we wanted them. So I was like, it was so polite. Yes, send them. So we have a couple.
That is so precious. Clint says, Hi, Caitlin and Cassie. My name is Clint. I'm Canadian. I've had deja vu dreams all my life, but enough about me.
Clint. Yeah, we know everything about you now.
Yeah. We got like 3 real quick bullet points and he's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. That's probably the most Canadian thing that ever Canadian did.
Right. Yeah. I didn't put that together. That makes sense now that he sent the email asking permission first. I love that.
Yeah.
Also, Dave and Paul, look at this. We have a Canadian listener.
I know. They must be up there spreading the word.
Ooh.
They are doing
something.
Their creepy civic duty. Is that a thing?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Okay. Clint says, grab yourself some wine and I'll tell you a tale about my vision.
Ooh, way ahead of you.
Oh, okay.
Cheers. Clink.
Cheers. Clink.
This is me clinking my microphone. We're not together, if anyone can't tell.
Okay. And Clint says, sorry, it's not creepy. And you don't ever need to be sorry. Sorry.
Caitlin loves the not creepy stuff.
Yeah. I mean, that's great. I love that personally. My wife's best friend is Native. She and her family have become my family.
Oh.
Her mom is Christian and wanted to pray over me. Okay, so I have a lot of follow-up questions here, but I'm going to save it. I closed my eyes when she started. My entire chest got warm. In my head, clear as day, I saw a clearing with forest behind an abandoned house that looked like it was in ruins with a covered porch. Okay.
Ooh, this sounds nice and creepy. I like it.
I know. Well,
You said it wasn't creepy.
Well, that was exactly what I was going to say. I had a covered porch growing up and okay, well, we'll keep going. On the porch was a lady. Okay, well, I'm out. Because
I'm out. I'm done reading this email.
No.
Maybe he was saying it is creepy. I'm sorry.
Clint, we need some clarification, I feel like. On the porch was a lady. She was a pale white with some powder blue mixed in her dress and a warm, smiling face waving to me, inviting me over. That is not an invitation that I would accept.
Aww.
Says I.
But he said she was warm and smiling. So maybe it was like giving him a good feeling too. Because he did say it wasn't creepy. So I guess it wasn't giving him creepy vibes.
That's the only conclusion that I can come to. But I just, you know me. I'm like, why must we? Why must we interact?
I don't want normal people talking to me, let alone ghosty vision people.
Exactly. But that's where the vision ended. For years, I've tried to figure out what she's trying to tell me. Please let me know what you think. Have a creepy ass day. Thanks, Clint.
Aww. I think you need to go back in like that meditative state. I mean, I'm sure you've probably tried. Because it kind of sounds like when you're meditating and people have, I've never had a vision while meditating, but I know people do.
Yeah. Yeah. Short of that, I don't know how you get more information. I don't know how you figure out what she was trying to say.
Don't use a Ouija board. Caitlin would say no.
Don't.
I would say yes, but I don't want to give that advice. So don't use a Ouija board.
Because it's terrible advice.
It's not. It just, you got to be careful and be protective. You know?
Oh my gosh. We have another email from Clint.
Yes, we do.
He says, "Hi, Caitlin and Cassie. I hope all is well with you. Seriously, so polite.
So polite.
It's very sweet.
I love it.
Many years ago, I had a dream. No, I wasn't drinking before I went to bed. LOL." Okay, well, a story that starts out with that disclaimer, I'm glad that you clarified.
Must be something crazy coming.
Yeah, feels like probably something's coming. In my dream, I'm an adult running down the street that I grew up on in the middle of the day. Okay, so far so good.
Okay.
I keep looking over my shoulder. Someone is chasing me. Okay, no longer good.
Is it Freddy Krueger?
I make it inside my house, close and lock the door, which smart. Yep.
Yeah.
When I look out the window and staring back at me is a werewolf.
Whoa.
Okay.
I like that. Sorry. It was probably scary to dream about a werewolf, but that's pretty cool.
We are very different people, in case that wasn't abundantly clear.
But what if it's Lupin from Harry Potter?
Wasn't
that his name? Professor Lupin?
Yeah, Professor Lupin. Yeah.
He was a werewolf. He was pretty cool.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll keep going. We'll see. I don't think it's going to be Professor Lupin, but we'll see. But he's not growling, doesn't even look mad. Okay, so that's... Then he gets thin as a piece of paper, slides right under the front door, regains his shape, and points to my daughter's keychain collection hanging on the wall.
Whoa.
Okay.
That's cool.
So I realized that he told us that he wasn't drinking, but I maybe have other follow-up questions.
That seems like some Pennywise shit to me.
That seems like some Alice in Wonderland type shit to me. Red pill, blue pill.
All of it.
Yeah. I grab them off the wall. Again, he points, but this time it's at a little yellow umbrella keychain, and that's what he wants. And that's when I woke up. Okay. So that's interesting. I actually heard something today about frequently having visions of, I don't know if this applies to dreams, but I literally heard this today. So this feels pretty weird.
Whoa.
Seeing yellow objects in like visions, or it's like a harbinger of like potentially death or the devil.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think that the context in which I heard this, I really heavily question the validity of that. But
is it kind of like the tarot, though, where death just means like a big change and transition, like more symbolic?
I think maybe more of like a spiritual death, because it's specifically linked to like a very specific Judeo-Christian background person that's propagating that, and they're referencing specifically, if you see that's like a sign of the devil, which seems
interesting,
odd to me.
Sign of the devil. I mean, I don't believe in the devil, so
I have a lot of follow-up questions. Should I do a quick Goog? What does it mean if you see yellow?
Yeah, do it. I would always take that symbolically too, like the tarot, like the devil in the tarot. It just means
I think so too.
Oppression, and something's maybe holding you back.
Yeah, I just thought that was so interesting because, like I said, I mean, I went about it in like the most roundabout way, but I was like, I heard this thing today.
Yeah, the thing that you heard today, that's interesting. You had no idea we were going to talk about someone's dreams.
No, but okay, so the first Google result that I came up with here, this kind of, I think, is more in line with kind of how we tend to typically think about these things. It says yellow could denote sunshine, wisdom, strength, hope, joy, or even enlightenment. Although it's associated with sunlight, its meaning doesn't always relate to the sun. Like most dreams, the yellow symbol has a positive and negative side. I think that's interesting because a werewolf, for a lot of people on the surface, is a scary thing. Yeah. And the fact that he pointed to something so mundane and it wasn't really a scary situation after all, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe that's something.
I was thinking like yellow is like a happy, like sunny color. Mm-hmm. So I was not expecting you to say that people were relating it to like death and the devil.
Again, not necessarily a source that I would probably typically quote, but it's just something that I happened upon today.
Well, then you can also interpret it like it's a yellow umbrella. It might be raining, but it's yellow. So maybe the sun's going to come out. And I mean, I don't know how long ago you said many years ago. Yeah. So I'm curious what, if anything happened after the dream, like were you having a tough time during the dream? Like, the tough werewolf time and then the rainy werewolf time.
Yeah. Well, and I think similar, just maybe in a darker set of imagery than we usually think of, a werewolf is kind of like a creature of transformation or metamorphosis, just like a butterfly. Kind of different imagery that goes along with each of those creatures, but
like a moth too. Don't leave them out.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you stick your tongue out. I love moths.
Oh. I've always worked better with my hands than I do with my brain. So if you have any ideas about what this dream means, if anything, or is it just a strange dream? Love the podcast. Stay safe. Clint.
Aw, see, we gave you our opinion before you even asked for it.
Yeah, it's because we're not Canadian.
No, but I totally think it could be, any of the stuff we talked about, or it could just be a weird dream. I mean,
it really could. Yeah.
We like to find symbolism and try to figure connections out with everything, but sometimes it could just be a weird dream.
Yeah. Sometimes an umbrella is just an umbrella.
Yeah. That's why you have to kind of look at what happened after, in the time period after the dream. Maybe you could kind of go back and see.
Yeah. I think a little bit of intentional reflection kind of helps there.
This is why everyone says to keep a dream journal, so you know exactly the date.
See if anything significant pops up over time.
I've been trying to do that a little bit. I have a physical journal, and then just sometimes I'm lazy, or it'll hit me in the day. I'll remember a dream and I'll just make a little note in my phone. So I have a little notepad with all my dates and dreams on it.
Look at you.
I know. I try. I want to remember. I want to be lucid. That's why. So we have another email from, you guessed it, Clint.
Stop it right now.
Yeah, we have another email. I think he just wanted to keep, his stories separate.
No,
so
that's fantastic. I love that.
And it totally works, but we're reading them all today.
Woo!
So he goes on to say, "Hi, Caitlin and Cassie. When I was around 12, maybe 13 years old, my parents bought a house that was just being built. We were the first family in this house. About 2 or 3 years later, my Uncle Richie passed away." Oh,
damn
sorry, Uncle Richie.
Oh, and I was going to say, it's like the dream. You have this house. There's no, hopefully, ooky spooky vibes or anything. And then, all right, Uncle Richie, be cool. Be cool.
No. He's going to see Uncle Richie, isn't he?
I feel like maybe.
One night shortly after that, I was home alone watching TV when my dog George came running down the stairs and sat beside me. Aw, George!
I love people names for dogs.
I love it too.
Obviously.
He was just staring upstairs. Ooh, I hate when my freaking dogs stare at shit.
I don't like that.
Yours was just doing that.
Uh-huh.
When I looked up, the upstairs hallway light turned on.
Oh, boy.
Okay. I headed upstairs to investigate, thinking it was a power surge. Of course. Okay, you're trying to be logical about things.
I've
you don't need to
never
go
had that
upstairs.
happen. That's not real. Why are you every prom queen in a horror movie?
Hello?
Hello? Is anyone there? I'm just in a towel.
Well, hopefully Clint wasn't just in a towel.
Yeah.
He says, thinking it was a power surge, I turned the light switch off and went downstairs. George was just sitting, staring upstairs. When I sat down, the hallway light came back on.
Nope. I'm moving. Changing my name.
I want you to come up there.
Nope.
Don't do it.
Mm-mm.
Again, I went upstairs, turned it off, and went back downstairs. George was still staring upstairs, and he was shaking this time. Oh, George. I looked. The light came back on.
Oh, I hate it.
I said to George, someone needs an ass kicking.
I love that.
Oh, back upstairs I went. This time I looked in all 4 bedrooms and bathrooms, and no one was there. I stopped and thought, then said out loud, "Hi, Uncle Richie." Turned the lights off and went back downstairs. And George had laid down and was sleeping. Oh, I kind of had forgotten about Uncle Richie because it got so creepy.
How
I was
did
getting
you?
creep vibes.
Oh my God! Wow.
Okay, so
I was right
it's
there
just
with
Uncle
you.
Richie, just saying hi. It's okay. The next day, I told my mom what had happened. Her response was unexpected. Mom told me she heard Uncle Richie's military boots walking up the stairs and into each bedroom. Oh.
Oh my God.
Fast forward to 1996, my parents were divorced and my dad passed away, leaving my brothers and I the house. The same house we're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because parents are divorced, but dad had passed away. They got handed down the house. So the mom was probably already moved out and the dad still had the house. But then when he died, yeah.
My soon-to-be wife and our oldest son, a year earlier, lived in that house. In 1999, we had our second son, Jake. We moved to a new place. One night, a couple years later, Jake woke up screaming. I ran into his room and he was sitting on the bed. Oh, crying. He was 4 years old. Oh, like 4 is so little to be so scared.
Oh.
He told me there was a man in his closet. I opened the closet, having my fist ready to strike, but no one was there. Or under the bed. I'm really glad nobody was there, but that's still creepy.
Yeah.
My wife being pregnant with our third child, we moved again. I was hanging a picture of my dad when Jake screamed. He was pale and staring at the pic. He told me, "That's the man from my closet."
Oh my gosh.
I told him, "That's Grandpa. He passed away before you were born. He just came to check to make sure you were okay."
That is precious.
That is so sweet. Recently, our dog Sassy, a German Shepherd Husky mix, was 13 years old, passed away, and a week later, her daughter Precious died. R.A.P. girls.
Oh my God.
I hate that. After about a year, we got Sarge, a Shepherd puppy, then Rascal, a Shepherd Husky puppy. I love all these Shepherd Huskies.
Me too.
So fluffy. For a while after the girls died, I could still feel them around us. A bump into the side of the bed, or I'll feel Sassy sitting next to me. Out of the corner of my eye, I would see Precious's tail running by the bedroom door. Sarge and Rascal are a lot like the girls. I haven't felt the girls being around since we got the boys. So I'm wondering if Sassy and Precious are reincarnated in Sarge and Rascal, or if the girls brought us the boys. I wish I knew for sure. Love the podcast. Stay safe, Clint. Well, dog stories always like hit me right there. And I call my two girls, the girls too.
The girls.
And they're getting so old too. So it's like, yeah. That hit home.
Okay, now everyone just write in with your cute puppy stories, okay? Thank you.
I know, even though I don't want to be sad. So Clint also sent pictures of his fur baby dogs, Rascal, Sarge,
God.
Precious, and Sassy. He said Sassy was found in a garbage bag, just put out on the curb for trash pickup.
Oh my God.
They took her in and made her part of their loving family. Clint, you're amazing. Oh my God. Thank you so much for sharing. And that like little tidbit made Caitlin bawl her eyes out. How do you put them out on a curb? I just don't understand.
In a do you not understand what happens to a trash bag?
Yeah. It's terrible.
Oh God.
Sorry.
I think I have beer leaking out of my eyes. It's the only explanation.
She's crying. Boo.
If only.
Yeah, so I don't know. I couldn't say for sure if they were reincarnations, but I think more likely is that they were just waiting around, keeping you company until you got, a new pack.
Yeah.
And then they felt like maybe they could, move on, go over that rainbow bridge.
Oh God, don't.
Sorry.
Oh God.
I'm literally looking at a picture of an altar of all of my dead animals in front of me, which is rare that I'm in this room too with all of that. So that's kind of cool. They were with me today. So we're going to do a tarot read for Clint's stories.
Oh, that was a good one. Oh.
And then she drops them all.
Okay. No, I had a popper. I'll just set that one aside for now.
What is it?
Just one clean popped out.
What is it?
Okay, I feel like I'm thinking. Okay. I want to see what this says. I think I've got it. Oh my God.
Does it have a dog on it?
I mean, the next best thing to a dog.
Is it it's the fox?
Yeah.
Oh,
Page of
that's
Wands.
so cool.
Okay.
You'll have to look at the pictures of his dogs too, because I feel like they're kind of that color.
Oh yeah, would be German Shepherd Husky mix. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Page of Wands, our keywords are questing, playfulness, innocence, curiosity, and learning. And
that's like a dog.
yeah, I feel like we've gotten this one pretty recently, haven't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
The Page of Wands represents the early stages of a situation or undertaking. It shows an optimistic attitude, enthusiasm, and an eagerness to succeed. If the card represents a person in your life, it could be a younger relative or friend, an apprentice, student, or assistant. This is the student card. Sometimes it indicates a person with a childlike or childish nature, regardless of age.
It's just screaming dog to me.
Definitely that, but it's also screaming a little bit like Uncle Richie here to me. Because one of the things about this is like that the page is always dressed a little bit like in a more whimsical or childish way. I mean, not
Uncle Richie was like playing around. We don't know a lot about him, but he was playing with the lights.
Yeah. Okay. In a reading about money, this page shows a new investment has the potential to pay off. The card can also recommend taking a creative approach to making money. In a reading about work, you're probably starting a new job you enjoy, learning a new skill, or preparing yourself for a career of a creative nature. If you asked about love, this card indicates an innocent and playful approach to a relationship. It shows openness, honesty, and an optimistic attitude towards love.
No. Again, screams dog.
Definitely.
Like that's your relationship with a dog.
You know,
they're so open to you.
Yeah. And you know, what's interesting about, he asked about whether we thought that the dogs were reincarnated or if the girls just led the boys to their family. The extra excerpt for this card, it says page or princess. In medieval times, a page served as an assistant to a knight or a nobleman, and sometimes as a court messenger. Although those pages were boys, and in early tarot packs, they're portrayed as youthful males, contemporary decks often depict them as young females to establish a gender balance among the court cards. The Thought Tarot, for example, calls these cards princesses.
Aww. Precious princesses, sassy.
I know. Okay.
Wait, I said that wrong. Princess is precious and sassy.
Yeah.
What did I say? Precious princess sassy. Okay, I'm curious what the other card said. I feel like it's more going to have to do with the visions.
The High Priestess. Keywords are intuition, emotions, feminine power, imagination, spirituality, and the inner life.
Oh, who said it was going to be about the visions and the dreams? It was me.
Yeah, I don't remember. I'll see. This beautiful and enigmatic card symbolizes feminine spiritual power, or the goddess from whom all life comes and to whom it all returns. Some decks show her as a serene female figure seated with a book or scroll on her lap to indicate wisdom. Other decks depict her gazing into the distance at something yet to be revealed. She's sometimes positioned between two pillars, one black, one white, which represent the dual nature of existence, good and evil, light and dark, truth and deception, positive and negative. So that's interesting.
We were totally talking about all of that too, like the yellow umbrella and the werewolf.
That's
Is
exactly
it
what I
positive
was
or
thinking.
negative?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Also, he saw a woman in his vision.
Oh, that's true.
That's immediately what I thought of. I was trying to see of how he was describing her. I know she was in a house.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see what else we have here. The High Priestess may advise paying attention to your inner world. You're going to shit. Dreams, imagination, and intuition, especially if you tend to be a logical, practical person who goes upstairs and turns the lights back off 11 million times. Look more deeply at your hidden talents and motivations. Face your shadow and reconcile your inner life with your outer one. Upright, the High Priestess suggests inner changes are taking place even if they haven't materialized yet. Something hidden is about to come forth.
I'm really curious if something drastic changed in his life around that time.
Yeah.
Clint, email us again.
Oh, the babies. They have the pointy ears like foxes.
Oh,
The
dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's crazy.
In a reading about money, you may be too otherworldly or impractical in financial areas. Perhaps you need to get a handle on spending. The High Priestess can also advise listening to your intuition in an issue involving money. If the reading is about your job, this card recommends tuning into the invisible world and taking advantage of your inner knowing and the spiritual guidance available to you. It can also mean working in a field that uses your inner power, intuition, and wisdom, such as psychology, holistic healing, or a spiritual path. Okay, Clint, you have to write into us and let us know what you do for a living. Unless we know that already, but I don't think we do.
He said he worked with his hands and wasn't, very good at the kind of interpretation, intuition stuff. So that's interesting that it's saying to...
I feel like this tarot reading is calling bullshit.
I think it's saying like you... Okay, this is what I'm getting. Is what the dreams mean. Like these things and you're looking kind of for us for confirmation of what you already know.
Yeah. You look to outside sources.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's kind of in line with what I would have said.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we still want to hear, we still want to analyze it. It's still fun for us, even if you do know what it means.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, if you know what it means, tell us what you think it means, and we'll tell you if we think of something different.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about dreams.
Oh, I'll read you all my dream journal. No, I'm just kidding.
In a reading about love, the High Priestess may describe a person who's intuitive, spiritual, in touch with the higher realms of existence. She can also represent a very romantic relationship that may not be well grounded in reality. Interesting.
That's so cool. I totally called it. Love that. Okay. So next, I was kind of shocked to get a story from a Facebook comment about Maltby Cemetery. What? The 13 Steps to Hell. This was right after we released it too, so I was especially excited to see some action right away. So thank you very much to Edward for commenting on our Facebook post.
Woo! Edward says, so this happened on a rainy night. My friends and the friend that told me about it dared us to go. So we got some brews, jumped in the car, and like he said, it would start raining out there. But of course, it's Washington State. I mean,
so of course it was raining.
Yep.
And I also assume that you got bruised before you jumped in the car and you had a designated driver and no passengers were drinking open containers in the car.
Those are not follow-up questions. Legally, we would like to be omitted from.
That was a statement.
Yeah. That is a statement of fact. So we get there and there's a black truck out there on the side of the road.
I don't know if that's a typo or if it's like, is the side of the road still in the road, but like on the side of the side?
Maybe. I'm not really sure what
can you
think.
confirm?
Yeah.
I think it was just a typo.
Yeah. Now, there's two ways into the cemetery, one on the right or the direct inwards. We chose the inwards.
I'm assuming that's like the entrance. Like one's kind of around and one is like the main entrance is kind of what I'm thinking that they're saying.
I'm very scared already. It's unusual that I'm this afraid.
I want to go inwards.
Oh boy. So we go in. All of a sudden, the lights surrounding the cemetery come on from the houses, which personally I don't care for. I don't know about you, Cassie. Apparently, he says, we don't think anything.
I wonder if they were like the motion sensor lights, like outside house lights. I don't know.
Yeah, that would make sense. If I lived like within 100 miles of a cemetery, I would have motion lights for sure. Yeah. So we get out of the car, lock the doors, and we notice grave plots, which feels like probably the first thing you're going to notice in a cemetery. So that feels like check.
Yep, they're there.
One is named Lloyd. No time when he died or anything. But I couldn't look away from it.
Ooh.
I was told by my friends the only way we could walk in was only through the iron pickets. So when we tried, all of a sudden we heard something run through the cemetery. I ran like a track star. We never went back.
Oh.
Solid choice. Solid choice, my friend.
I wonder if the iron things they had to walk through were like the pillars of the gate. That was the gates of hell.
Maybe.
I don't know. They called them pillars, but I'm not sure what they actually looked like. But I guess we'll never know because he didn't stay to figure out the growing headstone situation. So he said in his comment that he saw the name Lloyd in the cemetery. And I just was looking through the find a grave list.
Oh, no.
Of graves in the cemetery. A very common last name is Lloyd. There's Vivian, there's Marilyn, Maggie, John, Jesse, James, Evan, Eliza, David, Lloyd.
Huh.
So I thought that was interesting. That was kind of just a little factoid about that story.
Okay.
Okay, Caitlin, I have 2 stories too. No, I did not email in. Do you want fun and cute first? Or do you want creepy first? Or do you want to end with creepy or end with fun and cute?
End with fun and cute.
Okay.
I think.
So you leave on a good note and you're not scared?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. So the other night, I was sleeping in my bed very peacefully, just, being me, living my best life, asleep.
What's that like?
Great. I love to sleep. So I just woke up in the middle of the night out of I felt like I was jerked out of a dream. Nothing. I didn't hear anything. I didn't feel anything move, but I was just all of a sudden my eyes opened and I was awake. A couple of seconds, I was like, okay, why am I awake? I heard a little bit of a snap and then things start to fall on my face. And I'm like, what? At first I was like, what the fuck? I'm dying. My house is collapsing on me is what I was thinking.
You're like, earthquake.
I am dead.
It's the big one.
I got squished.
No.
But then I pretty quickly realized that I have one of those nets above my bed that hold all of my, squishmallows.
Your squishmallows.
I'm a child.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay. It's only held up with thumbtacks. I knew it was probably going to fall down eventually. So like it was only a couple of seconds of fear. And then I realized what it was. And I was like, oh, okay. Naturally, I'm like, all right, I got to see what time it is. Look at my phone. Guess what time it was?
3:33.
It was 3:33. So now I'm thinking there's a tack in my bed. So I'm going to have to like slowly get up. I'm already kind of creeped out that it's 3:33. I'm like, okay. So I get out of my bed really slow. Like I don't want to get stabbed. Go turn on my light. And then I look up and half of the tack, it's still in the wall. It split in half. That was my dog.
What?
So the tack split in half, like only the push part broke and the pokey part was still in the wall.
Oh boy.
So I'm like, yeah, I mean, there was pressure on it. So I could see how the tack could break. It was just, it was weird. It was really weird.
That is really weird.
It was nice I didn't have to search for a tack in my bed, though, I guess.
Yeah. Having one break in half in the middle of the night, like specifically at that time, like that.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen every day.
It's so weird.
So weird.
So I was creeped out. I mean, I went back to bed and slept peacefully, but
That's freaky.
So I have another cute little story for you.
Okay.
So I've been wanting to find like a black feather from a crow or something. I've just been wanting to find feathers so I can, put them places because now I collect nature things and that's what I do now. So I've been thinking, I'm like, I got to find a black feather. I really want a black feather. And I don't really go out in nature much. I haven't gotten out to walk or anything because I've been so busy. So this past weekend, I was farm sitting.
Yes, you were.
Yes,
nature girl.
Got to pick up chickens. I got to get bit by chickens. I got to collect fresh, warm eggs and eat them right out of the butt. It was great.
All up in that agriculture.
So over the weekend, I was like, okay, I'm going to be out in nature a little bit. I'm going to find this black feather. They have some black chickens.
Stop it.
And I found the most perfect little black chicken feather. And
oh my God.
I wasn't expecting it to be a chicken feather. I didn't know that there really were black chickens, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I did know that. I wasn't thinking she would have black chickens.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the first thing that's going to come to mind. You're going to think like a crow or some other type of bird, I think.
It's kind of like one of those little lessons in life where like, yeah, I wanted to find a crow feather. Like it's a black feather. What else would I be looking for? I'm looking for a crow or a raven feather.
You don't know.
But it's kind of one of those things where life is like, haha, you had a plan and you thought it was going to go a certain way. And then it was like, just kidding. You get a chicken feather instead.
Yeah. That's so cute how you thought you had a plan.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's been happening a lot. And it was just another reminder that you might get what you want in life, but it might just look a little different than you thought.
Yeah. Do you, okay, this is really funny because you can't really see this because of where my laptop is.
Are you wearing your feather necklace? Oh.
Yeah.
She knew I was going to talk about a feather. I don't think you did. I don't think I told you.
No, I didn't know. I've been wearing it like basically all day. So
yeah. I mean, I know you definitely have a connection to feathers and I've seen your feather necklace, but yeah, that's cool that you're wearing it today.
I know because I'm not a real girl.
Me neither.
I have a hard time with jewelry. It's a love-hate relationship. It's complicated,
It's hard. I think you should pull a card for me.
Okay.
Because I'm selfish and I want a tarot read from you, my witchy bishy.
Do you want this other one that was calling to me?
Yes, if it was calling to you, then yes.
I didn't feel like it made sense for what we were talking about. Let me go back to it and see if I like it for you. Oh, it was the Knight of Pentacles. Keywords: steadfastness, practicality, caution, lethargy, narrowness, and boredom. Many decks depict the Knight of Pentacles astride a horse, dressed in armor. Often he rides a dark horse because dark colors symbolize stability, groundedness, and connection with the earth. The horse may stand at parade rest, all 4 feet on the ground, to emphasize these qualities. Because knights represent communication and travel, this one may refer to a message about money or a trip for business/financial reasons.
Oh, interesting. That's coming up.
Yeah. If he signifies an actual person, he's probably a young man with a practical nature who feels a strong connection with the physical world. Okay. Interesting. If this knight represents a real-life person, he's not a flashy or adventurous or even a particularly creative guy, but you can depend on him. And he's willing to do what's necessary to bring his goals to fruition. Money, possessions, and status mean a lot to him. He often succeeds through determination and effort, not inspiration or genius. Symbolically,
Is this me?
I don't think so.
It sounds about right.
I don't think so. Symbolically, this card speaks of perseverance, dedication, loyalty, and steadiness in the face of change or turmoil.
It sounds like me.
Maybe. I don't know. I was like, I don't know if I'm like, but you're creative. I don't know.
I'm creative because I force myself to be.
Oh, well, I don't see you that way. So it just, to me, I'm like, no.
Maybe it's just because I know, like, I work, it's like exhausting me to like force myself to be so creative.
Yeah, but like sometimes it's those things that you do that, like, I don't know. I can't personally super relate to this, not on a regular basis anyway, but like, you know, when people say like you get like a runner's high and then you laugh at them directly into their face.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes that's what it's like, where it's like, but I need to do this. It feels good.
Yeah.
You know, like I could see that.
It feels good. It just doesn't come it's not like natural, I feel like. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy.
Not everything that feels good comes naturally or is easy. I'm just saying. Okay, there's an extra excerpt too. You have fought some battles and enjoyed some adventures. Now you'd like to rest and regroup. Maybe spend some time enjoying quieter, more domestic scenes. What?
I want to sleep all day.
Oh my God, you're killing me. In a reading about money, you may receive information about money matters or an investment. This card can also indicate profiting from a practical investment or endeavor or selling property. Be content with slow gains rather than sudden windfalls. If the reading is about your job, the upright knight can mean changing jobs for a more financially lucrative position or traveling for business. You are going to travel.
I am very soon.
Sometimes he represents a career in finance or one connected with farming.
No, it does not say that.
Or one connected with farming, real estate, construction, or manufacturing.
What is this, a farm?
I don't know.
How many of the fucking cards in there say farm in the freaking description?
I don't know. Girl, maybe we start a podcast and now we start a farm. I don't know.
We can be like the new Simple Life, but not.
Oh, but way cuter.
Yeah.
Like actually.
Not that they're not cute. They're cute in their own way. Very problematic, though.
I mean, I don't know. I've never really watched the show.
Okay. Can I tell you guys a secret? I loved that show. I'm a sucker for reality shows. So, sorry.
Are you watching, what's the one, do you watch Vanderpump?
No, that's like the one I don't watch.
Yeah, I don't know.
That everyone watches?
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm sure I would probably like it.
I don't know. I saw a preview for it the other day and I was like, I mean, I still like you people that watch it, but like, I don't trust you.
Yeah. I think there's a certain type of drama that I like.
Yeah.
That's not quite, I don't know what that show was like, but I'm just thinking like, it's not the Real Housewives type of drama that I'm into.
I don't know. It seems like that to me, but I mean, I don't know. I've never really watched either. So I'm just like lumping. I'm like, you're a reality show.
That's kind of what I felt like while I was picking up a chicken for the first time. I'm like, I am in the simple life right now. I've never done this.
Okay. I'm going to read you the last one. In a reading about love, the knight indicates stability, practicality, and loyalty. He may not be the most romantic or inspired lover, but you can rely on him. This card can also point to a relationship based on security, financial, or otherwise. You're definitely not the romantic type. So now I'm team this is card for Cassie.
I was just going to say, no, that's actually not correct. I am very romantic.
Are you?
I am. It's just no one has seen that. So
okay.
I can be romantic as fuck.
All right. Well,
but I am a crab, so I will never show anybody.
Yeah. Well, you got that soft underbelly. You got to be careful.
I do see. It's the soft romantic underbelly you guys don't know about, but it's there.
I love it.
If you loved listening to that little tarot reading for Clint's story, we will be posting the Zoom video of that tarot read to our Patreon along with the ad-free version of the episode. And we do that every week.
And if you're wondering what Patreon is somehow, maybe you're a first-time listener, so that's fair. It is a subscription with a range of price points and benefits. Every member of our Patreon, regardless of tier, gets a personalized welcome card, a shout out in an upcoming episode, which is something new we're doing. We're working our way through the list a little bit slower than I thought we would because we have a lot of names and we've had to make a couple of changes to our recording schedule, but you'll also get exclusive bonus episodes and a mini tarot reading and so much more.
And just kidding.
and
if you can't support us with dollar bills, no worries, because the easiest ways to support are totally, absolutely, 100% free.
Free 99. So tell everyone and anyone you can, everyone that you come into contact with, about our show. Or you can leave us a 5-star review on any platform. Or even better, just do both of those things.
Spread the word. If you have any true crime, paranormal, or witchy stories to submit for our listener appreciation episodes, Creepy People Chronicles, which is what this is.
We're here.
If you want to be in this cool episode, you get your own little tarot reading for your story. That's pretty cool.
Woo!
Please email us at pnwhauntsandhomicides@gmail.com or use our handy Google contact form in the episode description.
You're always welcome to remain anonymous. And remember, very important, they do not have to be from the Pacific Northwest if you'd like to share. You can be so anonymous that you change the names before you send them to us and then tell us to change the names again.
Follow us on all of the socials if you don't want to miss out on photos of our tarot cards, our beautiful altar setups, and all of our crazy backstage shenanigans.
You can find our website and Linktree in the description of this episode to check out all the fun that we have to offer. Have a creepy ass day. See you next Tuesday.
Unless you're running away from us like a track star. Because we're so scary.
Hi, Cassie.
Hi, Caitlin. You turd.
Have a creepy ass
day. We'll see.
Okay, we just have to do it again. That was so terrible.
If you're a frequent PNW Haunts and Homicides listener, you probably already know we're Birdie ambassadors.
We wanted to take a quick moment to tell you a little bit more about this awesome product.
Birdie is the modern personal safety alarm made for women by women.
In a situation where you feel threatened or unsafe, you can simply activate Birdie's loud siren and flashing light to create a diversion.
Birdie is perfect to carry anytime because the device is lightweight and comes in a variety of colors.
So important. Use our ambassador link and coupon code PNW Haunts and Homicides to receive 10% off your purchase. Like our social media handles, the coupon code is all spelled out, no special characters.
You can find the link and promo code in our show notes or PNW Haunts and Homicides link tree. Have a safe ass day.